FIFA covered 64,146 seats with blue tape. 64,146 individual pieces of tape. Why? Because of a logo. This is the story of how the world's biggest sports organization tried to hide something and accidentally made it the most visible thing at the entire tournament. It happened twice in the same tournament. And both times, the internet couldn't stop talking about it. But here's what's interesting. While FIFA was failing, a Canadian bank was doing the exact same thing and succeeding. Both stories are about the same principle. Both created massive viral moments, but they went in completely opposite directions. Here's something you need to know about the World Cup. FIFA has this rule. Only official sponsors can have visible logos in the stadium. It keeps things clean, professional, no distractions. Sounds reasonable, until it creates the opposite problem. 2 weeks ago, FIFA made a decision. Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, home of the San Francisco 49ers and now hosting World Cup matches, had to hide its name and logo during the tournament. Why? Because Levi's isn't an official FIFA sponsor. FIFA has clean stadium rules. Only sponsors can have visible branding. Fair rule on paper. But the execution was weird. The stadium was temporarily renamed San Francisco Bay Area Stadium. And the famous Levi's logo? Covered with a white tarp. Here's the problem. The outline was still visible. You could see the exact shape under the white, and the internet noticed immediately. Outline visible? That means the logo is there. And if it's hidden, it's worth looking at. Levi's marketing team realized what happened. They didn't fight it. They leaned in. Photos of the tarp. Jokes everywhere.
How would they know?
Their marketing team basically said, "Thanks for the free ad, FIFA." Think about what happened.
How would they know?
Levi's, a brand that FIFA tried to erase, became the most talked about part of the tournament. Official sponsors? Invisible. The hidden logo? Everywhere. Levi's got more press from the tarp than brands that paid millions to be there. Think about this. Levi's paid $220 million to build that stadium. They didn't need FIFA's approval to be famous, but FIFA tried to make them invisible and made them more visible instead. This is called the Streisand Effect. In 1997, a famous singer tried to suppress photos of her house. The lawsuit was so public that millions of people wanted to see what she was hiding. The suppression made it famous. The attempt to hide it was worse than just ignoring it. Now the pattern happens constantly. Twitter suspends an account. Followers spike. A company takes down a video. It gets reposted millions of times. Deleted tweets become memes. Banned books become bestsellers. The rule is simple. Hide something. Make people curious. Information spreads faster than if you just left it alone. FIFA knows this. They have marketing teams, PR experts, international consultants. This isn't new information, but they did it anyway. 2 weeks later, same tournament, same rule, Gillette Stadium, and FIFA did it again. But this time, worse. They didn't just cover the sign. They covered every single seat that had a logo on it. All 64,146 of them, with blue tape. 64,146 individual pieces of tape, applied by workers, one seat at a time, in a professional stadium that cost millions to build. The result looked like an art protest, a stadium saying, "We are censoring this," which is exactly what you don't want when you're trying to be subtle. Photographers immediately took photos. Social media exploded. Memes started circulating within hours. FIFA taping 64,146 seats to hide a logo became a trending topic. Gillette got more visibility from being hidden than they would have from just having their logo visible naturally during games. Here's the thing. FIFA knew about Levi's. They watched the tarp become a meme. They watched the internet laugh. And then they did it again. Not just again. They did it bigger. 64,146 times bigger. It's like watching someone touch a hot stove, get burned, then immediately touch it again with their other hand. And just like Levi's, Gillette ended up benefiting from the coverage. the razor brand that FIFA tried to hide, became the symbol of FIFA's failed control. What FIFA wanted: clean, controlled branding at the World Cup. No distractions from non-sponsors. What actually happened: two of the most talked about branding moments of the tournament, both involving companies FIFA was trying to erase. Now, here's where it gets interesting. At the exact same time FIFA was failing, a Canadian bank pulled off what FIFA couldn't: TD Bank. Their campaign was called Own a Piece of It. The idea was simple. They wanted to promote fractional investing, the ability to own tiny pieces of massive companies: Apple, Nike, McDonald's, Starbucks. But they couldn't just put those logos everywhere. That's trademark infringement. That's illegal. That's the FIFA problem all over again. So they did something brilliant. They put green billboards in front of famous stores: Nike, Apple, Starbucks, McDonald's. But the billboards had small cutout windows. That's it, just windows. And behind those windows, the real logos, just tiny pieces of them visible through the holes. The visual was perfect. You could see a small piece of the Nike swoosh, a slice of the Apple logo, a fragment of the golden arches. Just enough to recognize it, just enough to make you curious about what was being hidden. The billboard said, "Own a piece of it." It was the same principle as FIFA, the same Streisand Effect, same curiosity, same viral moment. But TD Bank did it legally, cleverly, and it worked because the message matched the medium. You literally owned a piece of the logo. The window showed you a piece of the brand. Social media exploded, not because something was censored, but because something was revealed perfectly. People took photos, made videos, shared the concept, and unlike FIFA's blue tape, which felt like punishment, like suppression, TD Bank's windows felt like a game, like you were in on something exclusive. The campaign went viral globally, not because TD Bank was hiding things, because TD Bank was revealing them in a way that made sense. Here's what's wild. Brands spend millions for the right to put their logo in a stadium. It's guaranteed visibility, millions. But a logo that FIFA tried to erase, that got more visibility than the ones brands actually paid for. The hidden thing beat the expensive thing. TD Bank didn't spend millions on billboards that claimed their own brand. They spent money on windows that revealed other brands. And those other brands, they got free advertising. Nike got free advertising from a TD Bank campaign. That's not just clever. That's the system inverted. Here's what FIFA didn't understand, and what TD Bank did. The Streisand Effect isn't about hiding. It's not about suppression. It's about curiosity. It's about people wanting to know what's behind the curtain. FIFA put up a curtain and said, "Don't look." TD Bank put up a curtain with a window and said, "Look at this piece." But imagine what's behind it. One feels like control. The other feels like a secret you're being let in on. When you try to control information, you lose control of the narrative. But when you reveal information cleverly, when you make people curious, when you make them feel like they're discovering something, that's when virality happens. So here's what FIFA didn't understand. They thought 64,146 pieces of blue tape would solve a branding problem. Instead, it proved something bigger. In 2026, you can't hide anything through suppression, but you can create massive moments through smart revelation. It's not about what you hide, it's about how you reveal. TD Bank understood that. They bent the rules brilliantly. FIFA just broke the rules badly, and that's the difference between a failed campaign and a viral one. That's the Streisand Effect working in two directions. What do you think? Which approach would you rather see at the World Cup? Smart revelation or heavy-handed suppression? Let me know in the comments. And if you think this story is wild, hit like and subscribe for more unconventional marketing moments.